frozen.
Caveman.
He is a caveman indeed. Hey everybody, it's AG with Keep It Up the North. Alongside me, Bruce Lewis.
We're finally back.
We are finally back. You know, it took us a week of suffering and beating ourselves up. But we're going to talk about this 31-24 loss.
Mm-hmm.
The Giants. We're going to get into what's going to happen this offseason.
What should happen,
Yep. Yeah, exactly. The rest of the playoff picture, how that pans out. And we're going to talk about the Minnesota Twins.
Yeah.
So,
big day for the Twins.
Yeah, let's start with the Twins. You know,
all right. Let's go backwards.
Start with the Twins. Yeah, let's go backwards.
So, as many of you probably have seen, Pablo Lopez has been traded along with two other prospects, and that's all for Luis Arraez. So,
yes, the reigning AL batting champ.
I actually didn't think we would be able to get a 1-for-1, let alone any other players with that. So for Luis Arraez, I'd say that's a pretty damn good trade. We needed an ace pitcher. Pablo Lopez is a solid pitcher. And
yeah, I don't know if he'll be an ace, but you know, he's definitely he's only 27.
I mean, he's an upgrade.
He's better than what we've
got.
been getting. Yeah. I mean, you got Sonny Gray, so the rotation's going to look pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Paddock just signed that 3-year, $12.5 million contract.
Yep.
So that's super nice. I mean, looking in the rotation, you got Mail, who was kind of shit last year.
Yeah. He wasn't too great.
Everyone thought it would be a great trade. He was going to be a guy that would help us get into playoff contention and all that, and he just shit the bed. And then you got Joe Ryan, Sonny Gray. Kenta Maeda, I could see us honestly releasing him with his injury, and I mean the guy's like 39.
I could see it. And honestly, I mean, the nice thing about trading away Arraez is we had so much depth in the infield already that it's like, you know, we still got a lot of players there that are going to do well. So I'm not so worried about what we've got. I honestly think now that we've got Joey Gallo, he might go to first base.
Yeah, and then you know that shift got no more shifts.
Right. So that's good for him.
Yeah.
That's big for him.
That is big news for him. But I mean, you look at the rotation though. I mean, and you got Paddock. So who? I think we get rid of Maeda, Paddock. I mean, we got a lot of damaged goods on our rotation. I mean, Pablo Lopez. I mean, he's been healthy. I mean, the guy's about to be 27.
Mm-hmm.
Some people, I don't know, I was listening to K-Fan earlier. Some people saw him, you know, as a 2 or 3. You know, I'd maybe roll with Sonny Gray at 1. I mean, he's been pretty consistent, does what he does.
Joe Ryan's kind of a tough one.
I think you'd put Joe Ryan at 3. You put Paddock at 4 and then Mail at 5. Yep. And then, you know, you got Varland and all the – you got Varland and all those guys. I think you throw them, put them in the bullpen. And please, for God's sake, get rid of that shitbag Emilio Pagan.
Oh,
because I cannot stand that fucking guy. He is so goddamn bad.
My heart races every time.
He's like the end of a choke artist.
It's like the end of a
He's
Vikings
like the
game.
Kirk Cousins of the Twins.
Yeah, that's
but
exactly.
Hey, Kirk Cousins, you know, he did a little bit better, you know. But he's keeping up with the Twins here. He's keeping up with the North or keeping up with the Twins, you know.
I could honestly though, another player that I could see us trading pretty soon is Max Kepler.
Oh, please do.
I mean, granted, I don't know what we'd get for him, but I could see him not being on the roster next year or this year, so to speak. I guess.
Well, I mean, look at the outfield. Well, I mean, you got Buxton's. He probably won't play a full year.
Speaking of injury-prone players,
yes,
Byron Buxton.
But I mean, you got Celestino. He's a speedster. His fielding's a little eh.
You know who I like? Nick Gordon.
He's just like we've talked about before. He's like the ultimate utility player.
He's like another Arraez.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Arraez, I love the guy. I've watched him come up. One of my favorite players on the team. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it's a business. You got to make the right call, and I think getting rid of him was smart. I mean, he's high value. He's real high value right now. Who knows? Next year he could be getting hurt.
And he was starting to have injuries, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, his ankle was bothering him all year, so
maybe, I mean, it's a good time that we did it. We'll see how it plays out this next year. I think Pablo Lopez is going to do very well for us, so I'm not too worried on that side of things.
Yeah, hope the guy does. I mean, he was on the Marlins. They have a phenomenal pitching staff, too. Mm-hmm. You look at Sandy, Trevor Rogers. I mean, their staff is just dirty.
Dude, now their infield's actually pretty stacked. I mean, they got Chisholm. Arraez,
Aguilar at first.
Aguilar. So
whoever their third baseman is, but yeah, they got a good infield. Their pitching staff's still pretty good.
Yep.
Looking at our lineup, I mean, I think you put Buxton at leadoff.
That's gonna be the tough part.
I know he's fast, but he can drive runs in. Maybe put Polanco at lead off with Polanco.
I like that idea. I think that would be good. Lead him off. Buxton 2, Correa 3 or 4.
I'd put Correa 3. Honestly, I'd probably put Buxton 4, and then Gallo at 5.
Fair.
I don't know who the hell you put at second. Gordon, maybe if you get to Miranda, you can put Miranda at second.
But we've also got Royce Lewis to think about.
Yeah,
too. And he looked really well with his bat last year.
Yeah, and then he got the freaking injury. Man, that sucked. I really liked him. I was a big fan.
And then Miranda, we talked about this. We didn't think Miranda was going to be all that good. We were kind of shocked when they let go or put.
Well, he started off so slow, and he flipped the switch.
Mm-hmm.
He got another one.
But I think bring Royce Lewis in, let him play. He could probably play second base better than, I don't know. Nick Gordon's pretty good at infield as well, but it's really just going to be a decision. We're going to have multiple rotations anyway, so maybe they'll flip-flop the guys.
Well, Correa's a paid man, so, he better deliver.
Yeah, he needs to play a lot.
So it'll be interesting. I'm really looking forward to the season. We will be at the opener or plan on it.
$4 tickets, everybody.
$4 tickets. Go get your $4 tickets.
That's what I heard. All games right now are $4. So if you're looking to go to a Twins game, get your tickets now.
Yeah, get your tickets. They're cheap, affordable, and the drinks are expensive as hell. So
yes, yeah, your tickets being cheap will make up for your drinks. So there's that. Now let's get back to the Vikings.
Oof.
Talk about this game.
Talk about a game that they should have won and they lost.
Man,
31-24 to the New York Giants. Like I said, we haven't had content out, all week, getting over that depressing loss.
Yeah, we've just
been honestly, I didn't lose too much sleep over it. We've just been busy as hell. But offensively, Kirk Cousins, he was 31 for 39, 273 yards, 2 touchdowns, looked good throughout the whole game. And then you come to the 4th and 3 at the end, and or not 4th and 3, 4th and 8, and let's throw a 3-yard pass to T.J. Hockenson, who, by the way, was balling all day, 10 receptions, 129 yards, playoff debut. Have a fucking day.
Yeah, give it to him.
But
I don't know, though. Listen, and I also saw something Pat Pete went on his podcast.
Yeah, and said he must have forgot the down or something.
He must have didn't know what down it was. Is exactly what he said.
Oh, man, I think the fans were too loud for him.
I don't know.
It is what it is. He panicked, obviously. He did play you can't blame the loss on him.
No, he played extremely
well. But that just people that already hate on Kirk Cousins, that just kind of is a little part that can add to it.
I think for Pat Pete to come out and say that shit too.
That doesn't help that makes me feel like he won't be staying.
But when he says that, and the defense also is a big part to blame.
Yeah, that's win as a team, lose as a team.
That's like the pot calling the kettle black. Come on, you can't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So, Kirk did well. Justin Jefferson, though.
He had his catches. He didn't do any. He couldn't have really done anything else. Excuse me. He couldn't have done anything else crazy or anything. The Giants did a great job. Once he caught the ball, they were right there to wrap him up. Dory Jackson was locked.
Yeah, he locked him down.
Locked him down, not necessarily with the catches and everything, but he was not letting him get upfield. That's what you got to do when it's someone of his caliber.
7 receptions, 47 yards. Decent day. It's not a Justin Jefferson day. Obviously, we're used to him averaging 100 yards a game.
Yeah, and our run game was kind of non-existent. Cook 15 carries, 60 yards. It's all right.
Get him out.
We'll get on to that a little bit later in the episode. And then you got Irv Smith. He did have a touchdown catch, but that dude drops balls like a freaking madman. I
think there was a big play to him, I think, that would have set us up.
Oh, it would have probably been a touchdown.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
And
and
he's wearing Randy Moss's number. Come on, dude, take that shit off and get out of town.
That's another guy I think will be gone. We'll get on to moving
we got
what the Vikings will look like.
we've talked about the offense. overall they played pretty well. Offense line had a lot of problems with Dexter Lawrence, and then what's up with these roughing the passer calls that on Kirk Cousins? Like, come on, he let go of him. It's a 300. That's 350 pounds of man right there,
dude. Ridiculous.
So obviously their defense stepped it up, and our defense did what they did best and not do anything at all. Allowed 431 total yards and made Daniel Jones look like a top 10 quarterback.
And this is why Ed Donatel got his ass fired.
Oh, thank the Lord Jesus, hallelujah.
Had it happened midway through the season, I think we might still be in the playoffs. But
yeah, I mean that would have been a lot, and a lot of it's definitely him. If you watch any of Kurt Warner's videos, he was going over the plays and was just like, "What is the scheme?" But a lot of it is personnel too. I mean,
yeah, we're aging out.
Pressure, left the middle wide open. Kendricks and Hicks are just slower than hell. Then you got, was it Duke Shelley or Peterson on Hodgins?
That would have been Peterson again.
Yeah, so I mean,
and Peterson got burned again on.
But I mean, if you would have put Shelley on him too, Shelley's like 5'9", Hodgins is like 6'4", so it is what it is. We lost. Giants move on.
Yeah, give it to them. They play the Eagles now,
and,
so
good first year for KOC.
Yeah. And got to give it to Dayball. I mean, Dayball's the first year.
Oh, yeah, I love that guy. That guy's a freaking hoot.
Give it to them. They played well. We didn't. We'll come back next year, though. We'll see how this offseason shakes out.
Yeah, I mean, moving forward, notable unrestricted free agents we got. We got Tomlinson, Peterson, Shelley, Bradbury, Madison, Smith Jr. And then we have been talking about Dalvin Cook. $14 million cap hit. I think it's time to move on. He's aging.
Yeah, running back should not be getting that kind of money yet. When he's producing,
if he was like 24, then yeah. I mean, he already got that one deal after his rookie deal. I mean, think about it. They have the rookie deal, and then they get one big contract, and it's usually like 3-4 years.
Yep.
Usually nothing crazy. Once they're 28, 29, I mean, just think about those big motherfuckers sending them in.
Well, and then we got which is gonna suck, but Adam Thielen.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that post his wife made. It doesn't sound like.
Yeah, That's actually a little bothersome to me. Why is she writing this post? Like, let him.
Yeah, let him
he wants to do
right.
It. That's
well, and then she. What was it? It went on and said something about he wants to be able to showcase what he can do.
Yeah.
And he might, although it might not be with the Vikings, it could be elsewhere. It's like, all right, let him be the one that decides. I mean, Adam Thielen is not going to be a number one wide receiver anywhere.
Oh, nowhere. I don't even know. He's probably not even a 2 anymore.
I don't think so.
Probably a 3 or 4. He's aging. Like most of our team, we got aging linebackers, aging safety.
Yep.
We just talked about Thielen. You look at Duke Shelley. I think we give him a nice little 3-year deal or something like that.
Bring him back.
He's big time. He's young,
and he'll be cheap. That's the other thing.
Patrick Peterson.
Let him go.
He's not. He's a good leader. I mean, maybe bring him on as a coach or something. See if he'd want to do that.
I like him as a mentor to the guys, but for what he'd be wanting to get paid, I don't know if it's worth it. And the roster spot that he'd take up.
Dalvin Tomlinson. Just get a new D tackle. I mean, they should have kept Michael Pierce. I really liked Michael Pierce.
I would rather have Michael Pierce than Dalvin.
I'd rather have Linval Joseph than Dalvin Tomlinson. And then Bradbury, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind having him back if he can be healthy the whole year.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know what's going to happen with Bradbury. I mean, he played really well this year, a lot better than the years past. The past 3 years that he's been playing have been just dreadful, terrible to watch.
Right.
But this year, given the scheme, I think the scheme helped a lot. And I think that Bradbury actually could be pretty good going forward and add a little bit more size maybe.
Yeah.
That might help. But he wasn't getting blown into Kirk Cousins' pockets every game.
Yeah, well, then you got Schlutman and Reed. They're both unrestricted free agents. I really don't care for either of them.
No.
And then Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
I've already heard talks of extensions. We very well could see him being he will be the highest paid receiver in the NFL.
And I'm not going to lie, it might be a better idea to do it now than wait another year and then the highest paid receiver gets it could be an astronomical number we were looking at. Obviously, the cap's going to go up again too. But I would say lock him in now. If we get him for 6-7 years, that's going to be a contract friendly, salary cap friendly.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, same with that Dalvin stuff we've been talking.
Yep.
He's just not explosive as he used to be. And Madison, I mean, he's probably going to want to get paid too. So
yeah, rightfully so.
Like I said earlier in last week's episode, this draft there's a lot of good running backs. I mean, you got Kendre Miller from TCU. That guy's real explosive. Mm-hmm. You got Robinson from Texas. Man, you got a lot of guys. Zach Evans and just go on and on. Mo Abraham, I mean, shit. Yep. He could be a late steal and like 4th round pick. But I mean, shit, I'm pretty sure he tears ACL like twice.
Yeah, he's had some. I don't know if it was with his knee, ACL, or what, but yeah, I wouldn't. Like I said, I don't know. I wouldn't really mind bringing Madison back, but we do have. Kene Wangu. Then we've got Ty Chandler. I mean, there's comparisons. People saying he could be like Alvin Kamara, which Alvin Kamara is a beast.
So we'll never know until they get some carries,
right? We didn't really see anything out of them this year, so
I think it's time to overhaul this defense.
Yeah. I agree.
Kendricks, slow. Hicks, slow.
Mm-hmm.
They were once really good players, and it's a shame, but it happens. It happens over time.
But
some of it can be the scheme, yes. But you got a lot of old, Zadarius Smith. I don't bring him back.
Yeah, I don't know if he was worth it.
I'm thinking he was good first half, then he hurt his knee in that Bills game, and that just kind of screwed him up.
And I guess it's also we're gonna have to see who our defensive coordinator is,
right?
Because again, like you just said, scheme could be a big thing.
Yeah, and actually, Ed Dontel's defense compared to Mike Zimmer's last year, he only allowed one more yard than him, or points scored.
Ed Donatel?
Yeah, but think about it. The Vikings defense has been crap. The last time I remember being good was when we had Jared Allen and Brian Robinson.
Yeah, which was.
And that's when Harrison Smith was prime, and oh man, or even when we had Everton Griffin,
Everton Griffin.
Yeah, and Harris was already when we had him, and then we get Cam Bynum. He's got to be the worst safety in the league.
I don't know about worse.
But
he didn't look as good this year as he did last year, which kind of shocked me. But I mean, that could very well be the scheme as well. I mean, he can press guys.
Yeah. Well, all in all, I thought KOC
good year
for a first-year coach, especially offensively. And I mean, he's not a defensive mind, so
no. And he's got a lot to learn. I mean, he learned a lot throughout the year.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, it's hard being a first-year head coach
and having an Ed Dontel defense. That doesn't help
them. Yeah. I would much rather have had Vic Fangio run that defense. Because that's like his staple. That's his kind of defense.
Yeah.
Ed Donatel was more of like under his wing and learned
Switch back to the 4-3 too.
Yeah, I would say so.
So I mean, we'll see what goes on. Like you said, great season. What a fun season! What just a fun team to watch though throughout the regular season.
Yeah. Keyword regular season.
Yeah, it's like most Minnesota sports. Look at the Wild. I went to the Wild game last Saturday. They played Phoenix. They won like 3-1 or something. It was just boring as hell watching. They're just all Minnesota sports are like regular season and then playoffs.
It goes to shit.
Yeah, but I mean the Vikings are the only team. Vikings and Wild are like the consistent playoff teams we have. But I don't know. I mean, then we got the remainder of the playoffs. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we got Bengals Bills. This is gonna be the game all over again.
Yep.
We're going to actually see what happens here.
5.5 for the Bills.
Bills
do they cover the spread?
Yeah.
No, they do not. I do not think so. I got the Bengals beating the Bills. I do have the Bills 49ers Super Bowl. Oh, you know what, though? Bengals, Jonah Williams out. Their right guard's out. So, you know what? I take my decision back. And, yeah.
What, you think the Bills? You think the Bills are getting it or what?
A little bit of beer. Yeah, we actually got someone that wants to join the live and talk about.
Who's joining what?
I don't know.
Who are you jabron?
He's not in here. How do we do
Annie
this?
up north. What's he doing?
Oh, there he is.
There we go. How's it going, boys?
How you
Going
doing?
well.
Show the camera. We gotta get him on camera.
We got a guest here. I think he's frozen.
He's a caveman.
He is a caveman, indeed.
He's living under a rock. That's why his connection's so bad.
Yeah, you think? When he's trying to reconnect, let's go through the rest of these playoff.
So we got Chiefs, Jaguars. Kansas City's favored by 9 points, which I could see them covering the spread.
Yeah.
I don't know. Jacksonville's they're kind of on a tear, dude.
Yeah, and then you got the Giants and Eagles.
I like the Eagles in this position.
Yeah, I do too, but
I think the underdog story, though.
The Burgers out in Philly, go Giants.
The underdog story of the Giants, we could very well see them win that game. It's going to be very tough. The Eagles got a fucking great defense, so we'll see how that goes. And then, we got Cowboys, 49ers. I want 49ers to win. They're favored by 4 points, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I really would rather the 49ers than the Cowboys.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Are the Vikings ever going to make it?
Never
gonna make it.
I think it's gonna take us at least 2 to 3 years. I think next year is gonna be kind of figuring things out again. We're gonna have to fill a lot of holes on defense. We're gonna have to make some upgrades in a lot of positions. So it's gonna take a lot of work, but we could. I saw an article that said the Vikings could free up $40 million in cap space by just getting rid of Eric Kendricks, Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook. And there was one other that wasn't really like a big name. So we'll see how it goes.
We'll see.
This is really Quessy's time.
Let's lock in our picks, though, for playoffs. All right, Bengals, Bills. Who do you got?
Bengals, Bills. With what you said about the offensive line for the Bengals, it's got to be the Bills.
Yeah, I'm going Bills. All right, Chiefs, Jaguars.
Chiefs.
Do you think they cover that spread?
9 points.
I think
you know what? I'm going to say they don't cover the spread. Actually, you know what? Give me the Jaguars.
Give you the Jaguars.
That's a lot of points. 9 points.
Okay, they were down. I know they came back against the Chargers, but the Chargers are a dumpster fire.
I agree with that.
So they're not good. It'd be really cool to see Jaguars, Giants in the Super Bowl, just two underdogs. Fuck the Eagles. I hate Philly.
All right, Giants, Eagles. What do you got?
I don't want to be biased. I don't want to be a dick because of the burgers. Diehard Philly fans can't stand them. I think Hurts' shoulder's okay.
Yep.
But they had a close game in the regular season.
Yeah. I think both games were.
It's in Philly though. It's a night game. Give me Philly.
All right, I'm Philly with you on that one.
And
Cowboys.
I don't think they'll cover the 7.5 point spread though.
No, I think it's going to be actually a field goal.
I think it'll be pretty close.
I think a field goal decides this game.
And then we got Cowboys, 49ers.
Niners by 4. So I got Niners in this situation.
Yeah, I got the Niners by
they're fucking.
I got
stacked.
them by 9.
They're stacked, dude.
The 49ers by 9.
So I think they'll cover the spread too. Yeah, I like 9. 9's a good number.
So then we move on from there.
So yeah, I mean that's really it.
I think you either see the Eagles or 49ers in the Super Bowl from the NFC. And then AFC, I think it's either going to be Bills or Chiefs.
Let's call it right now. Who you got? 49 or for Super Bowl? What's the matchup?
Give me Kansas City.
Okay.
And San Francisco.
Kansas City, San Fran?
Yep.
All right. I got Bills and 49ers. So I'm with you on the 49ers. I think they're going to win.
That was my original pick, but I don't know about the Bills. After seeing Josh Allen, that guy's a little crybaby.
What a little bitch.
He's a force sport. He didn't even shake hands after the Viking game.
When you sent me that video, I was laughing my ass
You see that Christian Wilkins thing?
Yeah.
Freaking had Mike McDaniel so stressed out he's ripping a vape on the sideline.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, man.
Mike McDaniel is so funny. Dude, I just watched an interview with him earlier, and it was Fuck, Marry, Kill, and he was talking about his coaching tree. It was Sean McVay, Matt LaFleur, and there was some other dude, and he was like, "I would fuck Matt LaFleur, and I would marry whoever the other dude is, and then he would kill Sean McVay." And I was like, why would he answer this? Like, I think
that dude's a savage.
I think Mike McDaniel is like the only guy in the league that would actually.
I would get a beer with him, smoke a joint with him. I would do everything with him.
Yeah, he's cool, dude.
Hell, I'd marry the guy. But guys, big playoffs this weekend. Hope everyone tunes in.
With the Vikings being done.
Yeah, once football's over, we're really gonna switch our focus over to baseball.
Yep. But we're still going to mix in the off-season stuff with the Vikings.
And there is some big UFC fights this weekend. You got the interim light heavyweight title, Jamal Sweet Dreams Hills versus Glover Teixeira, the old man.
That is an old man.
And then you got Figueiredo and Moreno fighting for the fourth time. And it's a lot of good fights. I don't know if I'm going to watch it. I'd really prefer not to pay $75. But I like to stream. So, but it is what it is, guys. This is Keep It Up with the North, home of Minnesota Daily Sports Talk. Like, subscribe.
There you go. Hit that bell.
Yeah.
He's got it. He's getting it down now.
I'm getting it down. He didn't know how to do the Minnesota Daily Sports Talk.
Yeah. Everybody, listen. Take care. And we'll
have a safe weekend, too.
We'll be back next week.
Stay